you have to think about it this way. I know you love to think, but you have to think about what juice is that brain sitting in? Is it sitting in comfortable juice or is it sitting in hot, steamy juice? Because if you're sitting in steamy emotions, all of your thoughts are cooked by those emotions. They really are.
Good morning, I have good news. It's Friday. It's Fun Friday. And today the universe is going to try to get to the deepest portions of your heart. Sensei says there's a trick to opening up, and I'll give you the 3 steps in today's Megascope. Keep streaming for your Friday. Namaste Today. Welcome to Namaste Today, the most loving way to start your day. I'm your host and spiritual life coach, stepº7. I work in the modality of psychic astrology, and I'm on a personal mission to stand in my heart and promote peace on earth. And may I just say, Namaste, my friend, and welcome to Friday. Thank goddess it's Friday. I love weekends in the summer because I actually take some time off. I hope you are feeling it too. And Sensei says this weekend, particularly today, your heart will be opening up to its deep truths. The only question is, are you ready to handle your own deep truths? In today's Megascope, I'll give you 3 steps to open up to just that. But first, let's take a look at your weekend zodiac weather. This zodiac weather is for Friday, July 29th, 2016. Well, looking at the 3-day weekend moodcast, today is partly cloudy, but tomorrow is sunny, and you'll be feeling rather certain. Sunday, however, is cloudy with a chance of anxiety and minor temper tantrums. But today, it's partly cloudy, dreamy, and rather creative. Everyone is getting to the deepest truths of their heart today. Now, the Great Human Walk has reached step 7, Leo. That means our ruling channel today is channel 7, I sense. And that means our ruling planet is Neptune retrograde. Now, our emotional focus today is really triggered by all of our thoughts still. The moon is in Gemini, so watch your thoughts. And our mental focus is ready to manifest love because we're at step 28, Leo, with Mercury. So what this boils down to is today we are ready. We are ready to open up and get to the deepest truths of our heart. And by the end of the weekend, we're going to be ready to make a decision and to commit to what that heart wants. And today, in your Megascope, I'll give you 3 steps to hearing your spirit so you can find that deep truth. But first, grab yourself some tea and let's have ourselves some tea time. Hello, my friend, and welcome to our tea time. Today's tea time is a sequel. It is titled, I Fought the Crusades and Lost, Part 2. And we last talked about this. You might want to go back and find the segment where I talked about this the first time, where I fought the Crusades and lost, Part 1. Where I talk about a past life where I recognized I'd been a king and I'd lost my kingdom, and I had some really powerful affirmations of people literally remember me in this life as that king. Now, I want to bring it to the interesting part of the story, actually. A lot of people are like, that's so cool. I'm like, that isn't even the interesting part. The interesting part, in my opinion, is this lifetime, because I think you are a part of it, my friend. Looking at the astrology, I believe a lot of us, and I think it's kind of, oh, Bella saw that bug. Did you see that? Go get it, girl. I think a lot of us have fought in these holy wars in the past, and it has a lot to do with aspects in Sagittarius in your natal chart. So I'm not going to teach all about that now, but there's aspects in Sagittarius. A lot of people with Saturn in Sagittarius, of course. A lot of people with Black Lilith and Juno and all sorts of stuff. And Sagittarius has to do with our belief structure. But given how generations come and go and how many people I've read, a lot of people with the prominent Sagittarius stuff have issues with the Crusades or the church directly when I actually read their past lives. Now, I think this is important because I think that we are upon, in this moment, another holy war, right? Or at least people think they are killing in the name of Allah or God or Christ or whatever they are, thinking. And I think that it's no accident that many of us are sitting on the other side of where we may have been the last time there was a big crusade on earth. Now, I'm just sharing because I want to us to vent our spiritual laundry, okay? I know I definitely have past life memory that we were killing in the name of Christ. And I always joke that I got back to heaven and God was like, really? Killing in the name of Christ? You know what I mean? I was like, I thought I was doing good. You know what I mean? But they were bad guys. There is no bad guys in the universe. Oh, so sorry, so sorry. You know what I mean? So, and I joke because I think honestly that life is, I think, that heaven and wherever the other afterlife, I really believe that is who we really are. And this is an illusion. But I also believe that I'm here to bring peace on earth and promote peace on earth because I have been there and I have done that. Okay, and this is where past lives are kind of helpful. I have to say, when I saw the current stuff going on in terrorism going on and all these different things going on, my first instinct was it was my responsibility to do something about it. Honestly, that was my first instinct. I could do something about it. But my first instinct was to go run into the fire. And I was like, whoa, hold on. That's what you call, why is it I fought the Crusades and lost? I'm just saying it's because, we have these deep instincts or these deep impulses. And if we stop ourselves, it's like, whoa. Now, some of these people who are self-radicalized, okay, media buzzword, I wonder, where all that is, whether they really are or not, or programmed or not, or whatever that is. But if someone really is feeling the temptation to go out and hurt a lot of people, I would think it's because of their past life that's haunting them. We don't talk about this stuff because it's woo-woo and blah, 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 and people are crazy, but I work with people one-on-one. I also know my own life and my own realizations. I've had proof that I was part of that stuff. And so I know, that I don't want to repeat my history. I don't want to be in a holy war. In fact, I'm not interested in a war on terror or any war ever again. My soul has definitely had its flesh burned. I've been crucified, the worst things. I've had the dreams. We know better as humankind that we can do better, right? So I bring it up because I think we all have a lot of, deep instincts in us. And just because you have an instinct doesn't mean it's right, okay? You have to give it time and space with yourself to kind of feel where its right place is. And I have to say that, fortunately, I have the smart to hold myself back and wait to see what do I want to get into. For me, I've decided I be peace. That's my hashtag, I be peace. I encourage you pass it around. I think as far as, those who were there in the Crusades, whether they were victimized in the Crusades and were victim to these men oppressing their beliefs on others, or they were the men that were oppressing beliefs. It doesn't matter what side we are on. Because there is no judgment. The only reason why we find ourselves on the other side of a cause and an effect is so we can understand the effect of our cause. Okay? So when we make causes, we need to understand the effect it has. That's cause and effect. That's why it's there. Not to punish or hurt, but to rise above and stop the cycles. So, share. It's a Friday show. Share what you have your past life things are. I'm going to talk about other things besides the Crusades, but I want to share with you that I definitely know as part of that lifetime, it had a lot of stuff. It's why I'm obsessed with Games of Thrones, and it's why I'm also very fascinated, and my heart just bleeds, because I've definitely learned as a soul, we don't have to use violence to get anywhere. All right, my friends, I'm going to take a sip of my tea now and channel for you your Megascope. Okay, so today is actually a very dreamy and spacey day. Spirit is actually trying to get in touch with you. In fact, I just kind of realized in my 3 breaths that the story I shared today was so perfect for the day, and I didn't even know it subconsciously. It just showed up and did it. Today is a day where you really want to listen to your calling. Your heart is opening up to its deepest truths, and you're likely going to be clear on a certain calling. A certain calling is like I've had with astrology, where it's like I know I am a person who's here to share this with the world. It's my calling. I know it. It's like, but I picked up the phone and I called, right? It didn't call me. Today, it did call me, and I guess that's what I'm saying. It's like today, it's going to call you, and then you'll need to call it back. You're going to, and it has to do with the lineup of Saturn and Sagittarius right now, and it's opening up, and what we're manifesting, and a new Aries. We're about to retrograde with Uranus, if you want to know the astrological citations, and the Sun is in Leo, so we're about to get to the heart of the matter. So you're about to get to your heart of the matter. Now, that said, I'd like to give you 3 steps to hearing your spirit today. These are 3 steps to help you hear your spirit. Step 1, first of all, listen to your feelings. Emotions are our energy in motion. So you have to listen to your feelings, like putting your feet in the water. You have to feel what the temperature is. So listen to your feelings. Don't block them out. Step 2, observe while you're listening to your feelings what images pop into your mind. An image that pops into your mind is one that comes in without you requesting it. Okay, so when you have an image pop in your mind, you didn't ask to think that, pay attention. Step 3, stay in your psychic state as long as you can. Okay, I have many psychic states. When I'm staring at the window out of the bus as a kid, I was in my psychic state. When I'm running on the treadmill, I'm in my psychic state. There's many times that I'm in my psychic state. Today, try to stay in yours. Now, that said, those who are watched over my personal Sensei service, we've got some possible storms coming up, and so I'd like to give you some tips on managing temper tantrums. How to manage the inner prince or princess when they throw a temper tantrum. And at your 3 o'clock, Uranus is going retrograde. We are finally retrograde. That means a 6-month break in character development. I will tell you at 3 o'clock where you have your 6-month break, my friend. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe. It helps us with our intention to get out there. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, I'm at cwitecki. And if you need help becoming the bright star that you really are, come on down to SiriusJoy.tv, the brightest star on the internet. You are most welcome. Welcome home. All right, my friends. Well, have a fabulous weekend. It's always a pleasure to be of soul service. And while you're out there, remember, I love you and live, love, be. Having trouble in your love life? I have the answers. It's called Secrets of Birthdays, the Love and Lust Report. The biggest problem usually is people choose the wrong person. Not anymore. Find out your birthday secrets, available online at secretsofbirthdays.com.